Hi everyone, welcome to Appliance Advisers. I'm Francesco, joined as always by my co-host Dennis. Today we're standing in front of one of our education stations here in our Norton location. Now we have a similar display really in all of our stores and truly one of the most important displays that we have in our stores. Now, we talk a lot about industry jargon and the way that we talk to each other, and we kind of take it for granted a lot of times what those things mean to a customer. And one of the most important things really is what you see here, full depth versus counter depth. Now, if you're shopping for a new refrigerator, that is something you undoubtedly will absolutely be seeing when you're shopping and what you're being asked about. Are you looking for full depth and counter depth? And we want to make sure our customers really know exactly what that means.
Yeah, so I want everyone to really understand, we're Americans, bigger is better, right? That's kind of our motto, unfortunately, the way we live. And it's important to bring everyone back to, listen, most families of four grew up with an 18 cubic foot refrigerator. That's just the physical size inside it, okay? Refrigerators today, like everything, have gotten bigger. But one thing we've also done today is we've put islands and opened up walls that used to exist in our homes to have these open floor plans, and then we've stuck big islands in the middle. So this depth thing has come back time and time again, a really important one. So let's get into the first one here. What we're standing in front of is, while it may not have had all this fanciness on the front, what we all probably grew up with, what is called a full depth refrigerator. And what that really means are, we talk about a lot, counters and cabinets, or cabinets are 24 inches deep as standard cabinets. And in those cases, a full depth refrigerator stuck out. You can see right here, you see the side of the body, and then you have the door to compress. You're looking at back here, what would be the standard counter depth is the display. Okay, so you can see this thing sticking out itself about 6 inches, then the door. Yeah. This thing's close to 8 or 9 inches out beyond standard counters, okay? So this will now, obviously, as we open these doors, start to impinge on the clearances of your island. So you really want to think about that, number one. Number two is you want to think about, as this thing opens, are there any walls or anything else that come out here that it may hit, okay? So that was number one. Then we had the counter depth. And Fran, why did we come up with the counter depth?
Yeah, so counter depth really kind of, for a couple things. One, exactly what you said, really kind of impinging less on those clearances. So how a counter depth works, as you can see here, 24-inch standard cabinets with a counter depth refrigerator, really just the door will be sticking out from standard cabinetry. So one, it's going less into your space and into your clearances, but it also gives you that nicer, cleaner kind of built-in look without having to spend the money of a true professional built-in refrigerator. So it's looks, but it's also just really kind of usability and the being able to impinge less on your space and have more clearances as you're walking through there too.
Yeah, certainly. I'll tell you this. It's one opportunity to not spend any more in your cabinets, whether they're stock, semi-custom, or custom, and really get them to look, quote unquote, more built-in and custom without spending any more on the cabinets. Now, that's one. Two is, so Fran, this is a big difference in size. It's visual to me. I can see that. So tell me right now, if I did this counter depth where it looks so much smaller than this, I told you most of us grew up with an 18 cubic foot fridge. So how big are these counter depths today?
Yeah, so they really vary. Your counter depth really historically has been, 18, 19, up to 22 cubic feet, some maybe 23. LG has come out with kind of a newer counter depth max refrigerator that they had really over the last year that really actually gives you 27 cubic feet. And they have a couple different models, 26 or 27, depending on dispenser or non-dispenser. But it has a lot of cubic footage really for a counter depth refrigerator.
Yeah, to give you perspective, 27 cubic feet, you would need a 4-foot wide Sub-Zero. That's 4 feet by 84 inches tall to get that space.
Yes.
Now, I still bring everyone back again. I'm always going to keep you grounded. As Americans, we want bigger. But what happens also with these big, big, deep fridges? Well, one, we know we have design issues. Two, we know they don't make our cabinets seem quite as nice. And then moreover, what happens to that food that's in the back of these deep refrigerators? Classically, none of us can remember because we find it about 3 weeks later when we forgot it was in there to begin with. So a lot of times we're burying food in here. Now, shopping trends are more fresh than frozen. So you may really want to think back and say, okay, well, emotionally, my first response would be, I want the biggest fridge. How do you actually use your fridge? Are you someone that's buying more fresh than frozen? Do you have a second fridge, maybe in the garage or in the basement, that can take the curse off of the stuff you use day in, day out? Because I think you'll walk away finding, wow, this is a lot bigger than anything I ever had. And I kind of like the fact that it's shallow, or maybe not. Now, if you did this deeper fridge, there are purists out there, and there will be cabinet folks that will watch this and say, well, Dennis, you didn't tell. Well, of course, there's ways to take the curse off of these sides. We pronounce the sides so that you really understand, if you do nothing, this is what it will look like. But you could order a side panel to your refrigerator and cut it down on site and make this cabinet that houses the fridge deeper. That is true. Some people have even gone so far as to build the wall behind it and pocket the wall deep within the cabinet so it pushes back and they get that bigger fridge. But those are customizations. Additionally to all that, I would just say that at the end of the day, I think those customizations, if you are the type that want to pull the cabinets and build around it, still understand that when you return to the rest of your cabinets, this thing still is going to stick way out. So really think about it. These displays were designed for education reasons. Really bore out of the fact that we're a very large servicer. And when we deliver these things, invariably, as much as we talk in the store or maybe show it in a cut sheet or on a computer what it might do, people just still didn't have the aha moment to say, wow, okay, now I truly get it. So we started building these displays because we just didn't want to take the trip around the world. We didn't want the open appliance, and you certainly didn't want the aggravation. So hopefully, wherever you're going or shopping, you ask about that and really think long and hard about that. And to know finally, you're not necessarily paying any more for that. The prices have all come down. It's kind of like plasma TVs. It's just application based a lot of times, and you'll have a decent amount of options within the two.
Absolutely. And final thing for me, I would always say, just don't get hung up on the cubic footage, because that really is just a number. It's really how you're going to use it. They're all laid out differently. Look at the refrigerators. They all have so many different features than they used to have. Things like door and door that some people love, some people hate. Things like external drawers that you can put drinks or snacks, deli. Some people love it, some people don't. But don't get hung up on the number. You really want to see how it's laid out inside and how you would use that refrigerator.
And don't forget to follow us on social media for appliance tips and updates from Yale Appliance.
Your feedback is what shapes our series. Like what you saw? Give us a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and drop your thoughts in the comments below. We love hearing from you.
Stay informed and inspired on all your appliance needs. This is Appliance Advisors signing off.